I refuse to answer on the grounds of made in
Do you have any occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made in
Are you a known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Friday night, Joe Lanew's Friday Night Police Videos, which is, quite frankly, the title is a problem for me. It's very difficult to say. It doesn't flow, and I haven't liked it since the beginning. So tonight we're going to change it. So we're going to take away Friday Night Police Videos, and we're going to go to the grand jury. That's what we're going to call the show from here on out. That way you guys clearly understand your grand jury members, and maybe that'll help you with the coming to a decision on things. But that's our new name. What do y'all think about it?
We understand the assignment.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I like it. Catchy.
I dispute this.
Well, you can take it into mediation. We'll meet you there. You go first.
I just want to give a shout out, if I can, Joe, to my fellow co-host from Veteran Nation, Skipper, who is the token Marine. I mean the Marine, and he's an officer, for the love of God. So
you'll let just anybody on this show, apparently.
Well, I was going to give you an introduction. So, folks, we have Skipper from Veterans Nation. He does you probably catch coffee with the Skipper on X frequently. I watch it all frequently, actually. But he runs a little podcast, does a stream himself. Absolutely a Navy veteran. But Skipper, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and plug your show?
Called you a Navy veteran. That's awesome.
See, you're making his day. I've been doing Veteran Nation for a little bit over 4 years now. Started as just a little pet project, and it's quite grown in these several years. TC is we do a structured show every other Tuesday, and TC is my co-host, and him and I have been doing that for about 2 years now. And
it's been longer than that.
Has it been? Every time.
It's well over that. We're almost over 3.
Yeah. Every time I look at the time frame, I'm like, wow, this thing just keeps expanding and expanding. But it's a good time. I enjoy doing it. And we've kind of built a little thing. I get a lot of veterans who reach out to me because of the show, and it's all to help veterans.
That's outstanding, guys. We're limited on time. We're going to get to our first video. Let's go to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Hold on. I'm ready.
All right, man. Let's go. Step out. Step out, bro. Come on.
You guys really don't want to do this, huh?
I don't know.
What do you mean by I don't know what that means, but you need to step out right now. Come on.
Why?
Let's go.
What do you have in your hand, dude?
A gun.
Yo, dude. Bro. Stop.
You're fucking dying.
Stop, dude. Dude, stop. Stop.
Gun.
Gary, move. Gary.
Gun.
Don't fucking reach. Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move.
He's good.
Head back. Hold back.
Don't fucking move. Yes, he still has it. He still has it.
No, I got the gun.
You got it?
I got the gun.
Pull him out. Hey, take a breath. Take a breath.
Precious, back up.
I'm gonna pull him out this way.
Okay, let's talk about it. Fidji, what do you think?
Well, okay, so he was put in the back of the car. They didn't search him thoroughly.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah, well, they had to defend themselves. I'd say no, Bill, but boy, that's kind of a screw up.
You guys really don't want to do this.
Okay, so no bill for you. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Let's go to James.
I don't know. Yeah, with you.
You broke up there. I didn't quite understand what you said.
I said I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's go to tactical. Or how about Big Ron? Big Ron, do you have an opinion?
I've always got an opinion, Joe. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to go with a no bill, but because he had the gun. But I'm going to fall back to how did they miss it? But yeah, no bill. They had to protect themselves.
Okay, tactical. You with us?
Yes. I'm leaning towards no bill only because like there is something to be said about how the officers apparently missed that on the pat down, but he said like he was showing clear intentions of harm, and then if there was a gun, which it seems like there was, then they were just the officers had to defend themselves. So I'd say no bill.
Okay, very good. Where are we at? I think we're at Lawyer Joe, aren't we?
I agree with what excuse me. I agree with what Tactical said. Like, I'm not sure how they missed it in a pat down, but when he pulled it out and he said, "I've got a gun," and I mean, no bill. They weren't given a choice in the situation. No bill.
Okay, TC.
It helps to talk when you're unmuted.
Depends on where you
touche, sir. Touche. I'm wondering in the in the charging of a grand jury if there's room for, and I think it'll probably vary from state to state, if there's room for a conversation to be had about failure on the front end of law enforcement to ensure that threats are neutralized, and not in a fatal sense, but how do you hold cops responsible? How do you hold a law enforcement officer responsible on the back end if on the front end they didn't do due diligence to ensure that the individual was not a threat? They got him as so far as to cuff him, get him into a squad, and now for some reason it looks like they're wanting to remove him. I couldn't really tell what the conversation was centering around. So I'm going to say, at the very least, you're going to bill this to let an actual jury decide at this point who is responsible.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm ready.
All right, man. That's good. Step out. Step out, bro. Come on.
You guys really don't want to do this, huh?
A transfer.
What do you mean by? I don't know what that means, but you need to step out right now. Come on.
Why?
Let's
What do
go.
you have in your hand, dude?
A gun.
Yo, dude, you took a shit, bro. Stop
You're
it.
fucking dying.
Stop, dude. Dude, stop. Stop.
Gun.
Hey, move. Hey. Gun. Don't fucking reach. Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move.
Okay, I believe what's happening there, if we'll go back and read it, this was part of some sort of a drug operation.
Yeah.
Most likely they were hooking folks up, and they had officers coming to transport them to jail. So the officers we actually saw, I don't think were the ones that actually put them in the back of the vehicle. An operation targeting drug activity. Garcia, who had outstanding warrants and a history of convictions, was reportedly placed in handcuffs in the back of a police vehicle without thorough search. Clearly, body camera footage released by the Albuquerque Police Department shows officers struggling to disarm Garcia. So they don't really mention there, but Jason, what do you think? Don't you think that's what's happening there? Because she stands by the door, like, "Are you ready?" Yeah, and they're going to take him out. So what those officers are there to do, take him out, and they should do another frisk of him, but they didn't get that far. And they will actually take him to jail and hold him for book until the officers are actually arresting him show up.
Yeah,
If that helps you with your decision.
No, it's a no bill for me. I'd like to see the scene they pulled up on, but a lot of times you're just trying to control the scene. And I've missed stuff on searches. It's not as, I think, easy as people think for others to conceal stuff. But no bill. You don't. He could have said something. And this is on this guy.
Let's go to Skipper.
Sure. I don't think we have a lot of information about this. It looks like it was just a detainment at that point, and there was probably just a very quick cursory search, and they put him in the cruiser just to, control the scene. So, yeah, for me, it looks like a good shoot. Understandable that if that is the scenario, why stuff could get missed.
Yeah, I think it. I don't think it's like Jason says. It's not criminal negligence if you miss something on a search. And like I said, the circumstances would dictate how much time it was before they threw him in the back of the car. But missing a pistol, that's a big deal. I'm sure there was some talking about that. But so TC, would you bill this or no bill it? You're saying you're going to send it to a jury to see if the police tactics were correct?
It's less an issue of seeing if the police tactics were correct, but somebody's at fault here. And I didn't see anything that stated the individual actually fired the firearm. No, he may have been reaching for it. I'll grant you that, but we couldn't see any of that. So
Does he have to fire?
I don't even know if he was able to secure it.
He had it in his hand.
Did we see that though?
Well, let's go back.
I didn't see it. I could have missed it.
You are watching these, right? Okay. So here's the two arriving officers.
I'm actually playing video games right now.
Here's the two officers arriving there, and they're about to take him out of the car. But listen to what she says.
Yeah, hold on. I'm ready.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and step out. Step out, bro. Come on.
You guys really don't want to do this, huh?
I don't know.
What do you mean by? I don't know what that means, but you need to step out right now. Come on.
Why?
Let's
What
go.
do you have in your hand, dude?
A gun.
Yo, dude, quit it, bro. Stop
I'm ready
it.
to fucking die.
Stop, dude, stop.
Gun.
Hey, move. Hey,
Gun.
don't fucking reach. Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move.
Let's go. Head back. Hold back.
Fucking move, dude. Don't fucking move. Yes, he still has it.
No, I got the gun.
You got it?
I got the gun.
Pull out. Hey, take your breath.
Precious, back up.
I'm gonna pull him out this way.
Hey, Joe. Joe's backstage.
Okay. Of course she is. Let's bring her back up. Okay, TC, do you still doubt that there was a firearm there, or that the
No, I don't doubt there was a firearm.
the dead
there.
man was in control of said firearm?
He did say he had a firearm in his hand. So at this
Okay,
point,
well, what's the standard? Let's back up. Maybe I'm not understanding something. What is the standard for a grand jury to determine in a homicide whether it was justifiable or not?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I am. What's the legal standard? I mean, when they go in there, they're asking, if this, then that, if that, then this. What are the instructions to a grand jury when it comes to homicide, making a determination whether it was justifiable or hold it over for trial? Because I would challenge you, it's not police procedures and who searched who and who was the fault necessarily. That's not what's looked at. It's what a reasonable person would believe with the information that the officers had at the time, right?
I just there again, philosophically speaking, just because a standard is set doesn't mean that that standard is right.
Well, we're not
I
talking
think there-
philosophy. You're not going to go into a grand jury and bring out your Socrates. That's not what you're there to do.
I'm
That's
not
not your
talking
duty.
about Socratic philosophy. I'm talking about the reality that someone failed at their job, which led to the death of an individual. And that doesn't excuse the individual for holding onto the gun. But is there someone else that is culpable in this situation for the failure? And I would say yes. There's someone
That's
else
not
culpable.
determined typically by a grand jury. If there's no infraction of the law, it could be infraction of policy, but you'll have civilian boards and police boards that typically deal with those. That's not what we're doing. I'm just asking if it was justifiable homicide or not. So do you have a decision on that?
I've already said that I would turn this over to a jury.
Okay. Let's go to John, North Carolina style. How we go do this?
Yeah, that's clearly a no bill. I mean, I've missed some things on preliminary searches before I put them in the back of a car myself. I'll openly admit that. But at the end of the day, who made the decision to resist and hold on to a gun? He did. So, I mean, no way, shape, fashion, or form is a law enforcement officer responsible for the unaliving of this individual.
Okay, I think we're no bill all the way across the board, with the exception of one indictment, maybe, or was it two? One for sure.
No, it was just me.
Okay, let's go to our next video. Let's go to Houston.
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Come here, sweetheart, come here! Come here! There's another one there.
Anyone else?
We've done this one.
Ow! Shit! Ow! Ow! Fuck! Yes! 28! Oh, shot! Hold your shot! Hold your shot! It's okay. It's okay. You don't bleed. Want to bleed? It's okay. It's okay. 20, I'm shot.
It's okay, it's okay, boy.
Ow! Fuck! Where you shot at? My leg. My leg. Right leg. Got a tourniquet? Oh, shit!
It's okay, we're safe. Mama's got you both.
Fuck!
It's okay.
We got one in custody inside. Elbow ran out. Hey, King.
I can get you guys to help. There's a bunch of towels over there. That's helpful for a person.
What's wrong?
It's okay.
Okay, one still walking with
Losing
the
feeling.
left.
Shit.
He has the red shirt on. Synthetic now.
Shirt, black pants, here, and his blue shirt with him going towards Antoine.
Shit.
Red shirt on blazer going towards Antoine. Red shirt, black pants, and the blue shirt in pants. Suspects are in the northwest.
Someone inside. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
Come here, sweetheart. Come here.
Let's see your hands! Get on the ground! Get on the Shots fired! Shots fired! Where's he at? Hey, officer shot! Officer shot! We got one fleeing, one fleeing. Don't you fucking move. Shot, Scott, you okay? Don't you fucking move, okay? Scott, you okay?
We're safe. We're safe. We're safe.
Where you shot at? My leg. Your leg? Yeah.
We're safe. We're safe.
Oh, God!
We're safe. Got you both. Mommy's got you both.
Where's it at? It's right here. Stay move. We got one in custody inside, the other one ran out.
One in custody, the other ran out. Those four dishes around.
Get you guys to help. There's a bunch of towels over there.
Don't you fucking move. Which one?
1-1, Blanford now, still walking westbound.
Okay, one still walking westbound on Blanford Street. He has a green shirt on. His pack mail.
Shirt, black pants, carrying a blue shirt with him going towards Antoine.
On Blanford going towards Antoine. Red shirt, black pants, has a blue shirt in his hand.
Velocity under some trees is 7215 Blanford.
Is there anything on you? How many people are in you? Is there another guy or just two?
It was just two.
7215 Blanford. Okay.
7223 Blanford at the corner of Antoine and Blanford up on the front porch. Now walking westbound, he takes the pump out of the sidewalk of Antoine.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
He takes the pump out of the sidewalk of Antoine.
Antoine and Blanford. We got several units.
Right one, this is over there.
Units out there.
Oh, you're blocking me. Don't block Hey! Guys. Hey! Hey, get down! Get down! Get down! Get down! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground now! Get down! Get down on the ground! He's over there! Get down on the ground! Lay down! Get down now! Get down! Get down! Everyone down!
For those of you that are confused about, it was a call for home invasion. They looked through the glass window, saw the mother, and kneeled down behind the couch. And that's when they made entry there, but it was a home invasion call.
Okay, so officer shot over here. Officer shot over here. Move shot so they can get to him.
Okay, I'll
Get out of the road. Yes.
We got 2 of them in custody.
Does he have a gun on him? Makes he doesn't have a gun on him. He's always something. He's got something here. Okay, he's got ankle monitor.
Yeah, we have 1 of them.
He wants to turn him, flip him to your side. Yep.
Fox, the officer shot on orderly or on Heartland?
What's he got here? What do you got here? Ankle bracelet. Okay, he's got 2.
All right, where's the officer that shot? Is that the main location, Albany?
Okay, secure him in your shot or my shot. It don't matter. Yep. Go. Just go. Yep. Get him. Yeah.
Hold on, I can't get up.
Yep.
I'm trying.
Come on. Get him over. Come on.
And the officer that shot is at the front door of Albany.
Go to the back seat of Albany. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not reading it.
Okay.
Hey, HFD is on the scene at Albany.
Come on, we'll hop over with you. That's okay.
Hey, whoever's typing on the keyboard, could you mute? Okay, so it was a home invasion 911 call to that effect. The officers arrived and we saw what happened after that. Does anybody think this is a bill or an indictment type of situation? Do we want to discuss that or just want to discuss in general? Do you have anybody that is on the fence whether this is an indictment or no bill?
How did they know that the second guy, the guy in the red shirt, how did they know that he was involved? I didn't remember seeing a red shirt. I just saw someone kind of flip past the window.
It was, now keep in mind, this was some hours later. They put those together like it was in one happened directly after the other. It was some hours later with the SWAT team and a gang unit. I think those ankle monitors might have helped locate him since he had 2 of them.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
But that wasn't real clear. Yeah. One could be like no alcohol. They have monitors that'll put on your ankle that monitor your sweat and see if you've consumed alcohol. And they got the others that are trackers. But both him and the other subject, 100%, they'd been in what's called the Texas Department of Corrections. Their haircuts, the way they dressed, everything about them says they've been inside for a minute.
Yeah, all the cats and all.
Well, we are anti-police tonight. Cool.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Let's go to tactical engineer.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely obviously a no bill. I think, I definitely have to give the officers props for rushing in there. There's something to be said, having the capability of defending yourself. And I think that as a society, when we turn away from acting and preaching victim mentality, it will be better for first responders because they'll be able to assist somebody who's already given themselves a fighting chance. But overall, I obviously commend the officer, that especially the one that got shot. He still had his composure, was still making sure if the guy came back that he could do something about it.
Yeah, I think that round clearly struck a nerve. It appeared it was very painful. In the upper thigh, I imagine it would be. Let's go to Fidji. What do you think, Fidji?
I'm definitely a no bill. I kind of wish they put those guys in the ground breaking into a woman's house with her baby. That freaking just blows my mind. Like thinking what their intentions could be and everything. But that's definitely a no bill. The cops did a pretty good job there.
Okay, Big Ron.
Yeah, I'm also a no bill. The only thing I've got to say critique wise is the second officer that kind of ran back and forth at one point, just kind of carrying his gun nonchalantly in his weak hand. I know it's a stressful situation, but
Talking about when he's looking for the tourniquet right there. Now,
yeah,
if you go back here, I think he sees this guy run out. Let me go back. Well, no, I have to go forward. It was his. body worn cam that you saw that. But soon after the rounds stopped flying, he looks back out to the door, and then I think he looks over the kitchen, which would be to the right of where the frame is now. I think he's looking out the window, watching the guy run away. So he may have known that, or had good reason to believe that the actor wasn't there any longer. I think it's right through here. Go back this way. But yeah, so you're no Bill, though. You didn't like the way that officer handled business?
Yeah, I'm no Bill. I think that a little bit more repetitive training would have helped there. I know in the past, it's always put everything in the same spot. We're in a high stress situation.
Did you see
Training
it just
takes
then?
over.
He actually takes he brings the weapon up towards that back door as the guy passes through the window. Okay, let's go to where we at. Let's go to Skipper. What do you think, Skipper?
Yeah, I don't think you can indict on anything. That they were clearly just coming in to a scene, hadn't even established anything yet. And we're trying to get control of it. Sad situation. The only thing I was concerned about was the tourniquet being placed on what was not, or didn't seem to be, an arterial bleed.
They're starting to train now that you always apply a tourniquet even with mild pressure for any gunshot wound or major casualty wound. I think that's something that's come out of the global war, the war on terror overseas. But I'm not sure about that. But I believe that's Jason might be able to speak better to that. Is what modern tactics are, or first aid for gunshot wounds. But yeah, he had to put that thing up pretty high. You be careful, make sure all your bits are not in that, because that would sure make a bad situation worse. Let's go to.
I just want to point out that Bip Solar Bear is very much on board with defending these officers, and he is probably the harshest critic on most Friday nights.
Okay, yeah, no, I have no issue with BIP or bipolar Solar Bear. But what's your opinion on this one, TC?
Yeah, it's definitely a no bill. Tactically, there is some, a few things to address, training issues, but nothing that's billable on this at all.
Okay. We are going to John Cox, North Carolina. What do you think?
Yeah, clearly that's a no bill. And I'm curious too on the call details if they knew if it was one or two. I know he was looking, but they kind of seemed to be focused on the one.
Well, I think the one was viewable from the doorway, and it wasn't until the woman pointed out that there was another one to the right.
Yeah.
I don't know that they had that information. I think it was a
yeah. No, that's what I was
progress
saying.
or home invasion probably come across, and they start moving.
Yeah, no, it was just a thought, but no bill.
All right, Jason, can you talk to us about tourniquet placement and when an officer is trained to use a tourniquet?
We train quite a bit actually on tourniquets. Probably not in my early career, we didn't really even discuss tourniquets. I would probably say 2010-ish or so, tourniquets kind of became a big deal for law enforcement, but we train a lot on tourniquets. I've been on a lot of home invasion calls, and bar none, you don't have a lot of information because typically the caller is inside and they've locked themselves in a bathroom or something. I give these officers credit. I saw the first officer walked up. He had his gun out while walking to the door. It's just a lot of unknowns you're walking into. I'm impressed that they went in aggressively, and I 100% no bill. Those are really hard calls to go to.
Yeah, folks, I didn't think we'd have a bill on that one. I think the officers did a pretty decent job. I mean, they got there, they stopped it. There was not a loss of life from civilians or others, and no loss of life by officer, and even the crooks got to go to a new home. So I think they did a pretty good job at the end of the day. Well, let's go to Long Beach, California.
Long Beach 911, do you need police, fire, or paramedics?
Police.
To what location?
Spirit and Pacific.
Okay, what's going on there?
Yes. Right here on the platform.
At the Blue Line platform?
Yes.
What's going on?
There was a black male with a gun, and I don't know if he was talking to us or not, but
You said he had a gun?
Yes.
Where was the gun at?
He got out his backpack and put it in front of his waist in the front.
Is he still there on the platform?
He left the platform, but he's at the bus stop behind the platform.
Freeze! On the ground! Right now! Fuck. I'm done. Stay down. I'm done. This is God's will.
Metro 2, we got
Sam
one
Henry
phone down.
1998.
He was wearing what now? Gray over black with a backpack. Gray over black.
Stop right there!
Hey!
Stop!
Get on the ground! Watch your background, guys.
Get on the ground!
Metro 2, he's running southbound on the platform.
Get down! Get down! Everybody get down! Don't move!
Metro 2, we got one prone out. I need northbound Pacific blocked at 4th.
Freeze! On the ground! Right now! Fuck. I'm done. Stay down. I'm done. This is God's will. Sam Henry 1998. The Boulevard north of 4th. Stop! Stop! Sam Henry 1998. Boulevard north of 4th Street. One down. I don't know if I hit him.
In the shoulder. All right.
Sam Henry 901N. He is shot in the upper body.
You guys are good. Do your jobs. I'm God's son. Take care of me.
Oh my God.
Okay. Take care of me. That's your job. I'm really like that. Let's get.
Do life saving.
Well, let's welcome Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, did you see the video? Can you give us a comment?
Yeah, I did. Sorry for getting off work late. Yeah, no,
I'm sorry you worked late too. You need to figure out where your priorities are, my friend.
I really do. But yeah, I don't know. What was the? I missed. Was the guy armed?
Well, let's take a look.
Yeah,
I think the
saw
last
the
engagement
bag was holding, but
Freeze! On the ground! Right now!
yeah.
Fuck.
That's gonna be a no bill for me.
Okay.
But man, that guy was. You gotta like. That was the most chill or zen, I guess. He just like lays down. He's like, I'm done. It's. It was kind of funny, but yeah, no bill.
And he confirms hitting the target. I don't know if I hit him. No, you did. You got me in the shoulder over here. It's a little painful, but I'm good. It's God's will. We're good. Let's go to tactical.
Yeah, I see in the notes that it was a BB gun, but there's no way for the officers to know that. At the moment and when the officer shot, was the gun being presented or was it still at the shoulder? I don't think I saw any I guess aiming of the.
Is that a requirement for a no bill? in your mind?
Well, I think of it as like, as you would say, like if I was in that same situation, the cops are held to that same standard. If you would reasonably feel that your life was in serious bodily, would result in serious bodily injury or death, and I would say that, with him running away, of course, like as you would say, well, do the officers have the right to be where they are? And of course they do. And they have the right to stop them, to stop him. But I would be way more comfortable with the shoot if he had presented in any way, but it didn't look like he was. So I mean, obviously, it seems like the officer thought that he was a serious enough threat to dispatch his firearm, but it just seems just a little bit questionable to me in that moment.
Okay. Have y'all read the end of this? I'll pause it right there. What he had was a BB gun. He was brandishing it and threatening pedestrians. And that's how police get called to the location to locate him. And they did so, and he reached down with his right hand, pulled it from his waist, and that's when he was shot.
Oh, so he did pull it out. Okay, I missed that part. Okay. In that case, I would say no, Bill.
Okay. Let's go to Fidji.
Yeah, he was threatening people on the platform, threatening shooting them. You couldn't tell if it was a BB gun or not. He pulls the gun out there. That's a no bill.
Okay, if you look at the screen, that's an empty hand. His right hand is empty.
He's going in his pocket now to pull the gun. There it is.
And he pulls it out, yeah.
Cop shoots him. He drops the gun, and it's in plain view.
Okay, so what do you got on that? Indict or no bill? No bill?
No bill.
Let's go to Big Ron.
Well, like he said, it was God's will. No bill. Good shoot.
Well played. Well played. Skipper, what do you think about it?
That is 100% clean shoot, in my opinion.
Okay, TC.
Yeah, it's a no bill.
John Cox, North Carolina.
Absolutely no bill. Clean shoot. Good job.
Jason, what do you think?
No bill.
Yeah, I'm a no bill as well. So let's go to Florida Man. This is an interesting one.
Good old Florida man.
I'm just gonna say no bill because it's Florida.
100% agree. No bill, Florida.
We met this man a few months back.
Okay.
I thought I could help him, but I can't. He's unstable. And he's disturbing the peace.
So what happened
And the
today?
peace must be maintained. Right. You feel the peace? You feel it?
What happened today, sir?
It needs to be maintained.
Nice house.
It's pretty peaceful right
Came
now.
into my home and I told him he can't come in without permission. Yeah. So he violated my space, my boundaries. Then came and slammed my door. So he destroyed. Yes, that's destruction of property. Where is he currently? He's currently in my area that I allowed him to stay in
How long has he been staying here?
for a few months now.
Okay.
That him right yes. And he needs to be evaluated or looked at or whatever you got to do.
Okay.
Does he have any weapons on him? He has no weapons on him. He has no weapons.
Do you have any weapons on you?
I am the weapon.
Okay. Do you have any guns on you?
I don't use
All right.
guns. Okay. That's all we're worried about.
Clearly a mental health issue right here.
Just stay right here for me, please.
Just so you know, I once saw
Do you
Chuck
have
Norris
a
take out two stones
ID?
with one bird.
It's funny. Go check Elvis on the day that I ran. Elroy Clark is showing possible 40.
All right. We're about to go 10-15 on him. We're going to have a problem. He's a sovereign citizen, and
pretty big dude, so you could just kind of make your way this way, please. Hey, come here. Come here. Elroy.
That's not my name.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. You got a warrant for your.
Do you know?
You got a warrant for your arrest.
And that is a nice house.
Calm down.
No one's calming.
Don't listen to that man. Take off your glasses.
What is your name?
It's okay.
What's your name?
Take off. I told you, it's Ben Day.
It's not Ben Day. I got your picture pulled up, man.
That is
You're
not
Elroy.
That is not me.
Okay,
How are you going to tell me who I am?
I got proof. I got your picture.
That's proof?
I have your
bullshit.
ID. I have your ID.
That's bullshit. You got bullshit in your hands. In your eyes,
bro,
your car.
Calm down.
You're on my land. You're telling me to calm down?
You've got a warrant for your arrest.
I've been here peacefully making things happen in my world, in my space. I'm allowed to do that. I haven't troubled anyone. There's been no crime.
Here's what's going to happen.
There's no crime. It's a civil matter, and I said leave. That's all that matters.
Put your hands behind your back.
Listen, it's a civil matter.
402 Central, give me trouble.
I am calm, and it's not about to be. It's not about to be. I want to stay calm. I want to stay calm.
If you fail to comply.
If you fail to comply to what I just said, I want to stay calm. If you fail to comply with what I just said,
put your hands behind your back.
Listen, I don't take
we're not
orders
doing
from
it.
you. Listen, do not touch me.
You're about to get tased.
For what?
You have a warrant for your arrest.
I do not have a warrant.
Put your hands behind your back.
I am Ben Day.
Okay.
Who's the warrant for?
For you.
For who?
For you.
Who's who? Who's you?
Listen.
Who's you?
Put your hands behind your back.
I am Ben Day. Do you hear what I said?
Do you have an ID?
I am Ben Day. I'm on my property. I'm not operating commerce.
Do you have an
Is
ID?
this commerce?
I don't know what that is.
You're about to get tased. I'm not. Yeah.
You're about to tase me on my land.
I will. I will.
You will do that.
I
What's your
will
name?
100% do it. That's correct.
You will tase
Put your
a
hands
peaceful
behind your
man on his land.
Can we make this peaceful?
It is peaceful. Don't you feel the peace?
No, you're yelling right now.
Okay. Okay. I forgot.
If you're mistaken.
You're mistaken?
If you're mistaken.
If you're mistaken.
We can get this all cleared out.
I am Ben Day.
Right.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
What's your
That's
date of
all.
birth?
You're looking for who?
What's your date of
Who
birth?
are you looking for?
What is your date of birth?
Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for?
You're matching.
Who are you looking for?
Elroy.
Okay, you're matching.
You're not
Elroy
Elroy?
doesn't live here.
Okay. Where does Elroy live?
I don't know. Go ask him.
Because Elroy's
Go
address.
ask him.
Elroy's address is here.
Go ask him. Go ask him.
Put your hands behind your back.
Go ask Elroy.
Put your hands behind your back.
Go ask Elroy.
I'm going to tell you one more time. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not matching anything.
Okay.
This is my estate.
Right, but keep this peacefully.
I am being peaceful. I have no weapons on me, and I told you that. I'm allowed to raise my voice. That's not against the law. That's what decibel is it that I need to go past? What decibel is it not peaceful anymore? Tell me that.
Elroy, put your hands
Do not
behind
touch me.
Put your hands behind your
do
back.
not touch me.
Put your hands behind
Do
your
not
back.
touch me. I'm telling you, do not touch me.
I'm going to tase you.
If you tase me, it's gonna get hot in this bitch. And I'm telling you, it's gonna get hot. I'm telling you, it's gonna get hot. I don't care. Go ahead.
I'm going to tase you.
All right.
Put your hands behind your back.
Listen.
Put your hands behind your back.
Go ahead and do what you gotta do. Go ahead. Don't touch me though. You're not allowed to touch me.
Back
You
up.
can't take one distance from me for your own safety.
Taser, taser, taser.
Elroy, hey.
Yep. Tase him. Tase him.
Stop. Get on the ground. Just get on the ground, please.
OC, OC. Get on the ground.
I gave you everything, and this is how you treat me.
On the ground, please.
I gave you everything.
On
and this is
the
how you treat me.
ground.
I gave you everything. Don't touch me.
Stay on the ground.
Do not touch me. If you touch me, you're gonna see something you don't want to see.
Elroy, come on.
Get on the ground.
Come on.
For your safety.
Get on the ground.
Get on the
I'm
ground.
telling you.
Let's make this peaceful.
If this is peace and love. This is peace and love.
Come on, Elroy.
This is peace
Stay
and love.
Get on the ground.
Peace and love.
Just get on the
Put
ground.
your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Don't touch me.
Elroy, come on.
I'm not Elroy.
What is your name again?
I'm Ben Day.
Ben Day. Then put your hands behind your back.
On your back.
I'm not getting my hands behind my back. This is my land. And do not shoot me with that shit again.
Then just listen.
Go ahead and hit me with that and let it bend. And then you'll see.
Back up.
Hit me with that and
Back
bend
up.
it. It's right here. It's okay.
Back up.
Hit me right here. Hey, hit me. I'm giving you
Back
permission.
up.
I'm giving you permission to show you so you can see.
Well, where is it?
Why are you listening to this man?
He's trying to help you.
Why are you listening to this man?
He's trying to help you.
Why are you listening to this man?
He's trying to help you.
Get on the ground.
I'm not getting on the ground. I'm not getting
They're
on
on
the
the
ground.
they're on the route.
Take your gun out and
Yeah,
shoot.
folks,
I'm
they
not
have
gonna
an
shoot you.
arrest
So you
warrant.
can see.
I don't
They
want
have
to shoot
pulled this
you.
photo up, and I've been
I don't
invited
want
by
to
this
shoot you.
photo.
Do not touch me.
Put your hands behind your back.
And just FYI, police officers
It's a
won't
civil
have
matter, and I
a
told you to
And
leave.
now we're trying to figure
physical
something
copy
else
of
out.
an arrest
Hey,
warrant.
do not go on my
To a
grass.
confirmation process.
Get off my grass.
dispatch in the
Get off
county
my
where
grass.
it's held. We'll hold it in their hand.
Tell him to get off my grass.
He's been tased twice and sprayed.
Tell him to get off my
He's been
grass.
tased.
I've been
Hey,
tased.
Get on the ground.
I told you to.
Get on the ground. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Get a damn fucking tase, you motherfucker.
All right. Ease up. Ease up. No, tase.
Go! I'm bad. Get off!
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stay down. Stay down.
I'm bad. You're gonna get shot, motherfucker. I'm telling you. You're gonna get fucking shot. Not gonna work. Get on the ground. It's not gonna work. You're incompetent.
Get on the ground. What?
If you shoot him, you are
Not lethal. Not right now.
Murder him.
Get on the
No one's gonna get murdered.
We don't want to hurt you. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Get on the fucking ground.
That's murder.
Get on the ground.
That's murder.
Hey, shut up.
That is murder. That is murder.
Get on the ground.
That's my brother.
Benday, come on.
It's a civil matter.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Y'all assault him for no reason.
Get on the
That's what
ground.
I'm looking for. This guy, he's a bad actor.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Come on, Benday. Just get on the ground. What is
Or
your
two,
problem?
K9.
Get on the ground.
Get your hand off your gun. He's not on.
Get on the ground.
Your ETA.
Get your hand off your gun.
Benday, come on, man.
You're incompetent. 11 minutes. Get your hand off your gun. He's not on.
402 Central to update. We're still attempting to take into custody, trying to avoid lethal at this point.
And Ben Day makes way too much sense for a devil dog. I'm just throwing that out
402
there.
Central. Well, that's lethal. This is a beanbag. This is a beanbag. You don't want this. Trust me.
All right, you know what? Listen.
Get on the ground.
Pretty sure he
You
don't
don't
care
want
about
this.
being naked.
You'll get water later. You get water later. You can get on the ground now. Palmer, move.
T62667, Sarge.
Get on the ground. You're going to be beanbagged if you don't get on the ground.
Get on the fucking ground.
T62667. I'm recording all this.
Come on, Benday.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's bent down.
Who are you looking for?
Get on the ground now.
Who are you looking for?
Get on the ground. You, Elroy.
I'm not Elroy.
Then get on the ground. We can sort it out. But you're going to be handcuffed in the meantime.
He got a gun in his hand.
He's got a gun in his fucking hand. That's less than lethal. Calm down.
He's got a gun in his fucking hand right there.
As soon as he stands up and I don't have a clear shot of his head, I'm going to give you
667.
Get on the ground.
I'm telling you right now.
Get on the ground.
I don't know if I can take it.
Less lethal, less lethal, less lethal. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Holy crap.
Get on the ground.
I know.
Get on the fucking ground, dude. The next thing.
Get on the ground.
Benday.
Get on the ground. Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
Shots fired, 13 alarm.
Less lethal,
I
less
don't know
lethal,
if
less
I can
lethal.
say it. I don't fucking know.
Get on the ground.
I don't fucking know.
Less lethal deployed times 2.
Come on, Benday.
Get on the ground.
I know.
Get on the fucking ground, dude. The next thing. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. No. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh, shit. Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Shots fired. 428. Shots fired. Calm him down.
Hey, breathe. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. In, out. In. Hey. Look at me. No. Come on, face this way. Deep breaths. Deep. No. Me.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I know. Deep breaths. I want to hear deep breaths. Like that. One more. Come on. No. You're staying up. Come on.
You good? Okay, I just shot him.
Come on. It's okay, look at me. It's okay.
He was coming right in.
I got you.
I didn't want to do.
We're going to go past that. Okay, it's a little bit of a read. I'm going to be quiet for a moment, let everybody try to read this. Okay, I believe it said he was Elroy Clark. Am I right about that? Yeah, he denied being Elroy Clark, but in reality, he was. So let's go to. Let me move Lawyer Joe up here so I don't forget her again. Let's go to Bruce Wayne. What do you think?
I think it's a sad situation. The guy's clearly mentally ill. The landlord called to have him removed, and the cops really did try everything to try and subdue him, and he just was not going to cooperate. And I think they tried everything they could right up until the moment where he charged them. So it's going to be a no bill for me.
Okay. Bip is saying that the Elroy was unarmed, therefore he would bill it for that reason. But are you sure about that? Once he got to that officer, if that officer didn't discharge his firearm, he very well could have had a firearm. So when a cop fights, there's always a gun in the fight. The cop brings it. So I don't know that I would go with that reasoning that he was unarmed. And I think there's enough video here to say that he maybe presented a threat to him, a threat to others. But let's go through the line here. Skipper, what do you think?
I think it's a clean shoot. They really did try everything they could have. He was still charging them. He was still fighting them. I think they waited until the very last minute that they could to go lethal.
Okay, so you would no bill this as a grand jury member?
Correct.
Right. Let's go to tactical engineer.
Yeah, for me, so was this his land? Like the text went by too fast. I couldn't read all of it.
He was the caller, but I think it's his brother's property.
I see. And so did the police I'm curious, did they it seemed like he told them to leave, but I'm not sure if he had the authority to, if he wasn't the property owner. Do you know if the
Well, I believe in the very beginning they're talking about a warrant. And once a warrant comes into play and it's confirmed, it doesn't matter where you're at, they can effect the arrest and they have legal authority to be there to do so.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he didn't charge at that last minute, I would have said no, Bill. But like, he was charging, and I think there was like he did present a serious risk at the moment of charging. Um, yeah, I mean he ate all the less lethal that they had, so I'd have to go with no, Bill. It's definitely a very unfortunate situation for sure, but yeah, that last charge is really what solidified it, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, he took everything. As Roger says, he was tased, OC sprayed, and beanbag non-lethal. He
Yeah, like
even
Roger
encouraged
said,
him
he
to
said he
bend
was
the asparton on his arm. I think he was in some sort of a special mental state. But Pidgey, what do you think?
Yeah, that's new, Bill. I mean, he charged the officer, and after going through all that, and he still charged the officer. Yeah, I consider him pretty dangerous. The thing is sad, but that he called the officers there, he created his own demise. But it's a no, Bill.
Yeah, I think that the guy was his mind was somewhere else and seeing something different. I think he wasn't reacting like a sane person. But
Right.
Big Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a no bill for me. And for all of you that don't know or are questioning this whole situation, this is almost uh, a textbook situation of escalation of force. People often ask why do police officers carry so many rounds, or why they have so many tools, and this is a prime example. Unfortunately, this is a mentally deranged individual that took everything to the very end, and I feel sorry for the officer. Nobody really knows how they're going to react in that situation, but everybody needs to understand that this is a textbook case of escalation of force.
So that's a no bill from Big Ron. Let's go to Lawyer Joe.
I'm going to diverge from everyone. But I do have a question. Is the guy who shot him the one who sorry, I'm trying. Is the guy who shot him the one who like runs over and starts doing the direct stun to him saying, I'm gonna shoot you, motherfucker, I'm gonna over and over whatever shit he kept saying, not being calm?
You know what? I'm not sure. Actually, I think it is him.
If that is the guy that shot him, is the one who like direct stunned him and who kept saying, I'll shoot you, motherfucker. Fuck that guy. I'm indicting him all day long. Not the other ones, that guy. He created that situation. He put him in it. He started screaming at him, fuck you. The other guys were fairly calm. I mean, the one guy over to the left was very calm. The other guy was at least trying, he was like, look, this guy comes in immediately. As soon as he puts the stun gun directly on him, he starts saying, whatever, motherfucker, I'm going to shoot you, motherfucker. Don't. Yeah, that guy, I am absolutely that guy right there. I'm indicting him all day long. He created this situation. It could have been avoided.
So his words were excessive force.
No, his intent. The words he used right there show his intent. He had the mindset because criminals, you have to you have the act and then you have the intent. Cops, this if all the same rules apply, then the intent. The other cops were all talking to the guy. They weren't like swearing at him. They weren't threatening him to shoot him like with a gun. They were they even they were very clear about the less than lethal options they were using. And I don't care if that guy could have taken all day and they could have kept whacking him with something. I mean, I don't know. But the second that guy, like the cop, his intent goes right here. If I have to have a mens rea for a crime, then a cop has to be able to prove his mens rea for shooting and for that situation. He created it. He came in there being a loud mouth, being whatever. He was all amped up, and that was that. Yeah, I'm indicting the other guys. That I think they did fine. That guy, I'm absolutely 100% indicting him, and I'm bringing in that video right there of
So you're going to
him.
say, but hang on, you're indicting him for murder?
Yes, probably manslaughter because the guy charged him. So probably manslaughter, but yes.
Okay. And that's because he said, I'm going to shoot you, motherfucker, and he's drive stunning him, trying to get him to
It
capitulate
was the
so they get
he
handcuffed.
showed his intent and that he was amped up. The other guys were they were frustrated. You could tell they were frustrated, but they were still doing everything what they were doing everything. They knew the guy. Obviously, here's the thing: if the guy was armed, they would have known it by now. So he obviously wasn't armed. And here's the thing: if until he charged you, he didn't do anything. He made no aggressive moves whatsoever. They were aggressive and aggressive and aggressive,
Was he
and I get
resisting
the.
arrest?
I don't give a shit. But those guys,
That's not a charge.
that is not a death sentence. He was resisting.
Okay, let's move on because we're going into the civil lawsuit. So that's a bill for you. You're going to indict this one.
Yes, the one who shot him. Yes.
Got you. That would be the only one that you could indict, I would imagine. No one else actually used lethal force. Let's go to TC. What do you think?
This will come as no surprise, but I agree with lawyer Joe on this one. I sense that there was I don't want to say an agenda, but they identified him as sovereign citizen right out of the gate, which immediately has built a bias in their eyes. And he was clearly mentally ill, and I don't believe for a moment that any cop in California has not had critical incident training with how much they emphasize
Florida.
Yes, or Florida, excuse me. In Florida, with how much even Florida emphasizes de-escalation skills and tactics, and making us, B said, well, he said his body is a deadly weapon. Like, come on, man. Is no officer in their right mind is going to hear somebody say that when they're surrounded by officers with firearms and believe that that person really believes that they're impervious and that they are somehow capable of taking on all those cops. There were so many ways they could have handled this, and that cop definitely needs to be indicted on this one
for murder,
second degree homicide.
I think Florida's a model penal code state, so it would be murder or manslaughter.
Murder or manslaughter, yeah.
Okay, let's go to John Cox, North Carolina.
I'm gonna make this quick. I'm gonna say no bill. And my question to TC is have you ever come up on somebody like that? And if so, how did you handle it? I mean, the guy's charging him where he's got his duty weapon drawn. Who made that decision?
I believe that decision could have been quelled by backing off and saying, "Hey, we've got a mentally ill individual here. Let's take our time."
Okay, so clearly he was not going. Can we agree on that?
I don't necessarily agree with you that he was never going to go, but they had an agenda from the get when they declared him a sovereign citizen.
Oh, okay, but set that aside. My question is it was clear that he was not going to go because he says, I'm not who you say I am.
You cannot set aside the declaration of he's a sovereign citizen. That's a presumptive statement by the cop without any consideration for what's actually going on. This is clearly a mental health issue.
But whether he's sovereign citizen or not, he has a warrant.
I'm not disputing the warrant.
Okay, so if you have a warrant, a validated warrant or a warrant in hand, then come on. I mean,
I'm not disputing the warrant, But is there not a better way to address somebody who's clearly in a mental health crisis?
Okay, they've tased him, they've sprayed him, they've beanbagged him. What
Was the tasing and the spraying and the beanbagging, all of those successive? Were they necessary to effect an arrest if there was a way to do it that addressed the mental health issue?
Well, what would be the alternative? If you were on the scene there, what would you have gotten on the radio and called for?
I wouldn't necessarily have to call for anything because I have communication skills that would have allowed me to talk to this guy.
And they don't, correct?
They clearly didn't.
Okay. Clearly, you've never been in a situation like that.
Fuck off.
No, I'm just saying. Really, come on, TC. Have you ever been in a situation?
Yes, I
like
have.
that?
I have talked numerous people down from hurting individuals.
Okay,
hurting
and
themselves hurting others.
everybody's different. But you know what? I'll fuck off. You know everything. Go ahead.
All right, that's a no bill from you, right, John?
Yeah.
Let's go to Jason.
I've never seen somebody take so much less lethal and still move around. No, I feel bad for the officer. I will say that once you pepper spray somebody, you probably shouldn't tase them after that because they might start on fire. But I think the officers went as far as they could to effect an arrest, and it's clear they didn't want to do that. It's no bill for me. It's a tough spot for everybody in that one.
You know what? I agree that that's a tough one to watch. Not only is there, I truly believe a mentally ill man that is dead. That officer's life is never going to be the same. That's a tough one, but I would no bill it. I think the officer wasn't there with any agenda. I think his reaction after shooting the man kind of shows where his intent might have been. It wasn't there to kill the man. When you have to take somebody in using violence, it's violent. The Aspeton, I would think that maybe the Aspeton would deploy a little bit more on the legs and the arms. You might have gotten this guy to capitulate, maybe, but either way, it's no bill for me.
Okay, I have one thing to add and just deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. If I'm out somewhere and someone's threatening me and they bull rush me and I shoot them, I'm going to prison. I am 100 because that is not fearing for your life when you have 1, 2, 3, 4 officers right there. I would absolutely no. Any of us are going to go to prison if someone bull rushes you and you shoot them. It's just the way it is. That is not considered deadly force.
That may be
in the real world.
That's not that way in Texas. You don't have a duty to retreat. You can stand your ground.
You don't have a duty to retreat in Ohio either.
Stature has a lot to do with it. Someone who's smaller coming at you, maybe not. But this guy here is a pretty big guy, and he'd already shown that he could get 3 officers off his back with his hands behind his back. Matter of fact, he rode the lightning 3 times that I can think of. Pepper sprayed. He took 12 gauge beanbag rounds like a champ.
And he at no point.
I don't know that I
that
agree with you,
time-
but let's go with your no bill and let's go on to the next video. I'm sorry, let's go with your indictment and go on to the next video. Folks, we're going to Maryland.
Okay, calm down. Everything's being recorded.
Here he comes. Shirtless. He's shirtless right there. Careful. He's got a weapon.
King 12, start me some units priority. Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! King 12, I got one at gunpoint with a knife. Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Put the knife on the ground! Put it on the ground! Drop the knife! Put it on the ground! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
24 shots fired. Shots fired. Direct shots fired. 1410, make sure 11 correct.
All right. Hey, holster up. Grab your gloves and put them in cuffs.
So don't interrupt, just come. All units available to start for priority towards Janet Road.
All right. Come on.
Okay, yeah. Hey, before we get started, I want to make a comment on BIP. Says easy to say when you can murder people and get away with it via qualified immunity. There is no qualified immunity for any criminal charge for any law enforcement officer or anyone that's not been given some sort of extension from a prosecuting attorney. There is no immunity to criminal activity. Qualified immunity is for civil actions if an officer is acting within the department policies and within the current law at the time, if you were going to sue someone for unlawful or unconstitutional actions, then you have to sue the agency and the government that he worked for. You can't sue him individually. That's all qualified immunity is. So get that out there. If anybody wants to make any comments on it, I'm more than happy to talk about it. But let's go to Bruce Wayne. What do you think about this one?
That's going to be a no bill for me. Had a knife. Wasn't responding to.
Actually had a barbecue fork. Did you pick up on that?
I did not know.
Man, I tell you what, I've got one's pretty sharp. That thing could be a serious weapon. About 18 inches long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a no bill for me.
Okay, let's go to Skipper. What do you think?
I would indict on this one, and primary reason is I didn't see anything that changed in the seconds leading up to it. I could not see where he was approaching someone. That if he was approaching someone with intent to attack, then I would justify it. But I didn't see that in either angles.
Okay, so because he wasn't menacing directly with the barbecue fork, you think you would indict this officer?
I would indict, yeah, based upon that. Now, if there's other evidence that could be shown, maybe I would hold off. But yeah, I just didn't. Yeah, from when he was across the street, yeah, he had the weapon. I acknowledge it's a weapon, but he's not walking up threatening directly the officer, and I don't see anyone else that he could be directly threatening at that time. So I would not have used lethal force at that point. I would have probably actually pulled out a taser and utilized that.
Okay, so that's a bill. Let's go tactical engineering. Engineer, excuse me.
Yeah, I would go with a no bill on this one.
You're thinking the 21-foot rule, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we've seen that demonstrated a couple of times here. That I think most agree with that. So no bill from tactical. Fidgy, what do you think? Actually, tactical. Do you want to explain what the 21-foot rule is for maybe Skipper or others may have never heard of this?
Sure. Essentially, it's like in 21 feet, somebody could close you and cut you up real good with a knife before you could draw a gun. So that's like a kill zone that you're in. If you think of it like a radius around you, like
if somebody knows what they're doing, they can move and potentially kill you before you can get a shot off.
Now, absolutely could sustain serious bodily injury with it before you get a shot off. Okay, let's go to Fiji.
First of all, I wouldn't want to be stabbed with a barbecue knife. And to the comments, he was holding that barbecue knife like up like kind of up and behind his arm. It wasn't as visible. It took me a time or two to see it. And it wasn't a utensil. It was a fork. It has sharp edges. I think I would actually bill this one. I didn't see what was at the end that the guy was headed to, and I'm not exactly sure why the police were called in. But he was walking right past that cop, and I get the 21-foot rule, but he
Okay,
seemed
look on
something
the
else.
video screen here. This is what the officer's walking up to.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna let you listen to this too. As soon as he gets out of the car, they called the neighbors across the street by that rent a truck, called the police on this guy.
Okay, calm down. Everything's being recorded.
There he comes.
King 12, start me some units priority. Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! King 12, I got one at gunpoint with a knife. Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Put the knife on the ground! Put it on the ground! Drop the knife! Put it on the ground! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
you see it right there.
Yeah, all those people that were standing by the truck are now to the officer's left to his back right now. Okay, were you billed or no bill?
I would no bill that if he had intent towards those people. I mean, if he was heading towards those people, yeah, I'd no bill. The officer had a choice to save their lives, and he was doing that.
In Roadhog, I don't think that was a canine officer. I think that was a civilian that was getting his dog out of there. At first, I thought it was a canine officer, but then he turns and walks the Hispanic male who was shot, actually turns and starts drifting his path towards where that dog is, and that's when the officer kind of gets aggressive with him and tell him to come here and drop the knife. But now I don't think that was a canine on scene. And it's one of those big barbecue forks, and that would intimidate me. I've got one that's a pretty serious fork, so to speak. But let's go to Big Ron. Tell us what you think, Big Ron.
Yeah, I think this one should have been safe for Sunday, Joe, since there was barbecuing involved. Yeah, it's going to be a no bill for me, and with the collaboration of everybody, what everybody else is saying, they're spot on with the 21-foot rule. If he let him get any farther past him, then his backdrop would have been civilians in a house. So the decision had to be made. The guy had intent. The way he was walking, he was going to do harm to somebody across that street. So it's definitely going to be a no bill for me.
Thank you, sir. Well, let's go to Lawyer Joe.
I'm torn on this one. After I saw the video of that cop in the apartment building get stabbed by that big woman, like, and got thoroughly messed up, like, seeing the 21-foot rule, like, in real kind of time, like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. That's terrifying. So on that end, I would kind of go no bill. But here's the other thing. Here's me being a pedantic lawyer. He told him to drop the knife. He didn't have a knife. So what's he supposed to drop? He did not comply. He didn't have a knife. So what's he supposed to drop?
Is that semantics? Wouldn't that be semantics?
It's being pedantic, pointing out that kind of.
Should he say drop the stabby thing?
He should say drop your weapon. But
Yeah.
look, I'm just.
Well, first he would say, hey, let me see what weapon you have clearly in your hand so I can give you precise instructions.
You know what, though? He didn't. Here's the thing. I can argue this as a defense attorney or a prosecutor. If the cop, I mean, you tell somebody to drop a knife and he doesn't have a knife and he doesn't drop what he has in his hand, he's not technically disobeying your order. because he didn't have what you telling him. That's like telling me drop your bowling ball. I don't have a bowling ball.
What about stop? Did he?
Okay, stop is different. Telling him to stop, but telling him to drop something he doesn't have.
Okay, we're
I
gonna move
mean,
on because that is some true semantics, and you can indict
it's
that all
not
you want as a
semantic. Okay.
prosecutor, and there's just no way that's going to go anywhere.
Okay.
But we have some more. We've got to get to these. Let's go to Nashville.
Now I saw that coming.
That's called sport driving.
It's called not knowing how to drive. Now he's seen too many Too Fast and Too Furious. Now there's a felony.
Why would you do such a thing to a beautiful car like that?
I know it's hurting my soul. It really is.
Yeah, he had zero control over that car. That was not intentional.
Absolutely none. There's this cool little button on the dash called traction control. It'll stop that whole thing from happening.
Yeah, they charged him with
that's the first thing he turned off.
every bit of it. He got every bit of it. Anybody have anything to say on this one? It was a new one, so I put it in on the list.
I think he should be beat abruptly for ruining that car.
Well, I didn't want to tell you guys that was B on our way to grocery.
I was actually laughing watching that.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. That's why I threw it in there.
He needs to stop playing Grand Theft Auto.
Without a doubt. But if nobody has anything to say on that one in particular,
it was a solid impact.
Yeah, it was. The problem is he kept getting if he not got into the gas so hard, he could have got that thing up to speed and Mike could have made some real good video. It's kind of weak the way it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like he could have ran. Like if you're gonna run from the police, that's a good car to be in.
All you got to do is turn traction control on, man. The traction control in those cars is phenomenal. I can attest to that.
I believe he did get away. He just turned himself in later.
It may be. I didn't actually see that, but he was booked for sure. Guys, let's go to.
It said that he surrendered. Like they found him later and he surrendered. He didn't just like show up to the police station like hi. They found him. He surrendered.
Thank you for that. Let's go to Idaho Falls.
I love the comment range. Is he trying to stick him there?
No, I don't think so. I think they're just getting into the pursuit. dog.
Usually shots fired. Hey, can we break a window? Put your hands up! Put your hands up now! Freeze rate, shots fired. Does he have a gun? No. Start reaching for something! Crossfire, crossfire, I'm moving! Get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car. Hands! Shoot your hands now! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Put your hands up! Hands up! Keep them up! Do not move! Hands up! You're gonna get shot! Put your hands up now! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Blocked. Hey, can you break a window? Put your hands up! Put your hands up now! Freeze rate, shots fired. Does he have a gun? Stop. He started reaching for something. Crossfire, crossfire, I'm moving. I'm moving. Put your hands up! On you. Hands up! Do we have a gun? I don't know, he just started reaching in the back. I couldn't see. Okay, we need to cover this. We need to get him out. Okay, hands are clear. Can we move to that driver's side, try to break a window? He's pinned. Okay. I need cover here. We need to open this door. I got you over here. I'm going to cover. You reach, try to grab the, unlock the door. It's locked. Got to unlock. I'll cover him. Okay, unlocked. Okay, holstering. Try to get a cover. Got you. Hey, bud. Can you hear anything? Okay. The car's clear.
Okay, what do we think about this one? Let's go to James. In Roadhog, I don't believe a weapon was found in the car. For anybody else.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to skip me. I didn't see it.
Okay, well, I can do that. Bruce Wayne, what do you think?
I mean, it was so hard to see in the video. Like everything I got was from the officer saying I saw him reach in the back. Yeah.
Watch this version right here. Now, the summary says he was pointing fingers at the police. I can't see that.
I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to the
no
officer.
rounds, no rounds yet. No rounds yet.
Better.
He's going to move towards the passenger seat, and then he's going to put his whole right arm and head over the passenger, into the rear passenger compartment.
Well, and see right there, like I was thinking he was reaching over to open the passenger door, but yeah, if he's reaching in the back, it's definitely suspect.
He went into the back seat. You can see it on the shooter's body cam. It's just not as easy to see because you're getting washed out with the lights.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots.
So with him reaching into the back seat, does that make a difference for you?
It does. Like that's a lot of red flags. I'd go no bill on this one.
Okay, let's go to Skipper. What do you think?
I would go no bill. He yelled "do it" a couple times. He was prior to reaching, he was using his fingers to try to mimic a gun. So I think he was doing everything to make these cops think that he was armed and was trying to goad them into shooting. So, it's a tough one because there was no weapon found, but they didn't have control of the scene. He was clearly trying to make them believe that he was armed. So, I'm not going to fault them for that. So no bill.
Okay. Let's go to the tactical engineer.
Yeah, Can you go back to where he like reaches in the back again?
Which angle do you want to see? Body worn camera or dash cam?
Which one do you think is the clearest? Like,
I think the dash cam is because you're not getting red and blues flashing or washing out your lens.
Okay, yeah, let's see that one.
And I'm going to turn the audio on so you can hear the first shot.
Hands! Man, that's a couple bit. Do not move! Hands up! You're gonna get shot! Put your hands up now! Put your hands up! Locked. Hey, can you break the window? Put your hands up! Put your hands up now!
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, he was reaching. Yeah, I'd have to know, Bill. That's a weird. Yeah, exactly. Like, it seems like a suicide by cop type situation.
Well, the original stop was failure to maintain lane, which is most likely an intoxicated driver. So this guy could have had something on board that was making him act this way. But okay, Fidgy, what do you think?
I don't think it matters. They could have had something on board that was making them act that way. I mean, that's kind of an after the fact thing, but I'm gonna no bill it.
Very good, Big Ron. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a no bill for me. And like Range said, he was trying to drive away. You can hear him trying to restart that car while they were all swarming the car. So no bill, reasonable suspicion that he was trying to grab something.
Very
is
good.
Fiji wrecking the slide on a gun?
Yeah, I think she is actually.
Oh, okay.
Lawyer Joe, what do you think?
That wasn't me.
Does it really matter what I say because you're just going to argue with me anyway? So no bill, I guess.
Did the premise of the show change where I just have to agree with everything everybody says?
No, but everything I
gonna do
say,
that.
you're like, no. I'm a little bit miffed about the last one where you're like, well, that's not going to go anywhere anyway. It's like one of us is a cop, one's a lawyer, but I forget. You guys tell me how to do my job, so yeah.
I'm going to give my opinion. If you don't like that, I don't know what else to tell
Well,
you.
that's fine.
I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to try to keep the videos going because I'd like to get them all in 2 hours. So I don't have time to go back and redress some side issue on every video.
Well, when the one cop said he was reaching for something and you don't know what he was reaching for, I would question that when I look more into it.
Okay, so is that a bill or no bill?
I don't know. I'd need to look more into it before I decided.
All right. Okay, never mind. John, what do you think?
Oh Lord. Yeah, no bill when he started reaching. Carry on.
Jason, what do you think?
I'm laughing. No bill.
I love you, Lawyer Joe.
I agree, no bill.
Who's racking a gun?
Oh, that's my bad.
Oh, I thought it was Fiji.
No, I don't do that. I would never do that on Mike.
Okay, let's go to California.
Hey! Stop!
Police, you're under arrest. Turn around.
469, I copied. County 74. Did you want him routine or priority?
If you could have priorities, good for now. Hey, get that thing out of your hand, dude. Hey, this is the police. You're under arrest. Just so everyone's tracking, he's got something in his hand, like a screwdriver or something. He's taunting me, trying to get me to come up to him. You're under arrest, dude. I got some buddies coming. You're gonna go to jail today. You need to drop whatever's in your hand. I can't hear you. You have to speak up, dude. I can't hear you.
Announcements here for you. It might be a little loud behind you.
Drop whatever's in your hand right now. Drop it. You're under arrest. Drop it. For damaging cars. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Do it. I'll shoot you. You understand that? Get on the ground. I'm gonna shoot you if you come at me.
469 on primary. Go again.
120 seconds. Safe deployment.
Where's Murphy? Are you on location? Taser here, but he's not.
You need to drop whatever's in your hand, dude.
Copy non-compliant with the taser.
Yeah, we copy. Thank you, sir.
122nd should be up about 147th Street.
Eastbound 145th.
I'm gonna tase you again, man. Get down. Yeah, but put on the gun. Guys, do something.
Nope, that's not how this works. You drop your weapon first.
I'm not gonna hold anyone.
What is it?
Huh?
He's got 145th.
He just tossed a casing. He just tossed the casing out of his.
16. Can you hear this?
Okay.
What?
Don't shoot me.
Then drop the weapons.
Get home.
No.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
Hey.
You are under arrest, dude.
Yeah, for what?
You are under arrest for
what?
damaging that person's car back there.
They ran into me.
Then why didn't you stop?
Huh?
Then why didn't you stop?
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're gonna have to call Uber to get back to the squad.
Can you go taser again?
Don't tase me. I'll drop all of these.
I don't know. They're like some sort of needle things.
Hey.
You are under arrest, and you're adding charges every second.
Drop what's in your hand now. Hey, if I drop them, will you follow me home? Drop what's in your hand.
Sure, I'll follow you home.
Okay. You promise?
Yeah, I'll follow you home.
Let's go.
Okay, you're under arrest.
Roll him over. Roll him over. Roll over now. Give me this hand.
He tossed the casing earlier, just so you know.
Give me that. You gotta roll those feet over. I got this arm. I got this arm. Go to the other arm.
Okay, 145. I'll send you 145.
We're gonna break your arm, dude.
We're outside.
Okay, just slide a little out.
On the ground.
I got cuffs coming out.
Okay, I've got right hand.
Give me access.
I haven't done anything wrong. It's
75, one detained.
Slow everybody down. Slow everybody down.
Right here. Right here. I don't know what they are. That's what he was holding. One in each hand.
All right, this one should be a simple one. Let's go to James. What do you think? Okay, Bruce Wayne, what do you think?
Oh, definitely no bill. Yeah. That just that casual district. I was kind of hoping he'd get tackled like he did, so I was happy with the way that went.
All right, then, Skipper, what do you think?
Definitely no bill. I think they did everything they could to, try to de-escalate the situation, give him every chance possible, but he was dead set on getting home.
Okay, Tactical, what do you
Can you
think?
hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead, James. We've got you.
Yeah. I pretty much the same as what was just said. No bill. Guy was dead set on not following commands, and he was ordered that he was arrested for damage. So yeah, he was resisting, and the force seemed to be appropriate. No bill.
Okay, nobody's even going to question the authority that the officers had to make contact with him in the first place.
Well, they already said he
That you
damaged cars
stopped the
back there.
list. Okay. Tactical. I think we're at you. Or are we at Fidgy?
So on that note that you just brought up, I think RAS is a good question. Did the cops have reasonable articulable suspicion to approach him? I'm reading that. I'm not sure. They said, because I'm just basically going off of their words at this point. Let me just read this real quick.
There may be some missing off this. Let me go a little further here. And my apologies. The very first part of this, if you'll go back to the beginning, and I'll show it to you. Oh, there it is. I did this for TC. I put the reason for this contact in the front of the video. He was flagged down by a driver who said, this guy just jumped on my windshield and busted in my windshield. And she's standing outside of a broken windshield on her car. You can see that.
Okay, that establishes RAS.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was pretty solid.
Yep. Okay, in that case, that was good. That would no bill.
All right, Fidgy.
What was he holding? Because at first I thought it was like Chinese throwing sticks, but then it looked like chopsticks.
Is Chinese throwing sticks a thing? Or are you watching too much?
Yeah,
Kung
it
Fu?
actually is. Yeah, it actually is. They're
Never even
sharp
heard.
on the side, and they're made of like steel or iron, and they're just a stick. It's just a throwing stick. But that's what I thought he was. What was he holding though?
The only thing you tell was two pieces of metal, look like knitting needles or something like that.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, no bill.
Could have been barbecue skewers for all I know. It was hard to
Yeah,
say.
it was just odd. No bill.
Okay, let's go to Big Ron.
Yep, I'm good with it. No bill.
Lawyer Joe.
No bill. That cop was cracking me up.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I'll follow you home. Yeah, I'm like, okay, that
Little
cop was
humorous.
funny.
John Cox, North Carolina. Tell us about it.
Oh, no bill.
Jason.
Kind of a theme here tonight. I think if anybody in the audience right now, if you were this person in the red shirt, why not just stop, listen to what they're saying, and none of this shit happens? I guess, and going back to the other ones, a lot of this stuff can be worked out, and I just don't get it. It's just turn around and talk to them. No bill, obviously. I was also laughing at the cop, but yeah, if you're given an order, just follow it, and bad stuff doesn't come your way. That's all. That's my concept of all these videos tonight.
There is the theme there. I'm going to go with no bill, and let's get on to this next video. This is a Wisconsin school shooting.
6524, 6520. According to the caller, they said if you're looking towards the school across from the tennis courts by the pine trees, They saw what appeared to be a teenager kneeling down, observed him carrying a rifle, and now heard 2 reports. Observed to be a teenager, black pants, and a backpack.
2-2, you got me.
6522 on your screen.
4503, does Mount Horeb want any county assistance?
6520, do you want county assistance yet?
No, I think we have enough right now. Checking advice.
Checking in, advise, copy. And 6522, we have people running from the Mount Horeb Middle School now. Said there was an active shooter response. We'll go to emergency traffic on County
6520, I guess if that's the case, then we send everyone.
Copy, I'll get County AOA created here and self-assign here as you are able to do so. 4503, 4505. Let's go to emergency traffic, which we've been on now here for a second. Let's do routine over on 3. Routine over on 3.
Is that a fire extinguisher?
6502, let's get EMS started.
Copy that.
I have to say, I like how everybody's so calm.
6522, go ahead.
Six 524, shots fired.
Shot.
Confused with who got shot.
Let's go to emergency traffic, which we've been on now here for a second. Let's do routine over on 3.
Drop it! Drop it!
Let's get EMS started.
6524, shots fired. Drop it! Six 524, shots fired.
Shots fired.
Drop the rifle! Drop it! 2-4, suspects down. Drop the rifle! Six 524, suspect still moving on the ground with the rifle. Male, green jacket, brown pants. He's laying on the ground on East Garfield Street in front of the middle school.
Officers are okay. We'll get med flight started. I'm also getting reports that somebody ran towards the Ace Hardware. Suspect name is Damien, 8th grader, using a black long handgun, green shirt. Is that who you have?
Sir, get out!
Green clothing.
Copy. One subject in green clothing.
Garfield.
1041. Where did they name me? Go to the school, 6515, and we do have other units coming to back you up. Give me the last update here. 6502.
6502, we have one subject down. We have no confirmed other individuals at this time.
down with a GSW copy, and no other units injured. Is that correct?
Affirmative.
Thank you. Air remains restricted on Dane.
So Rifles, I believe, on his left side. He was last seen waving it up, and so it's still on him.
Copy.
Okay. You good, Steve? Okay. No, don't. You're gonna don't. I don't want crossfire.
6502. We're gonna be moving up. We do have shields.
Making entry into the school building.
Negative. We have a subject down. Not moving at this time.
Copy. Subject no longer moving. 6515-23. And that?
Carson. Yep. Let's approach from maybe we can't see us from behind.
Take a breath. Alright, Carson, get up on me on the shield. Okay.
Hey, John, if 3D response was in that school, what's happening inside the school right now?
Oh, they in lockdown. Everybody's in their classroom.
Magnetic doors shut, ballistic panels would be pulled out at this point?
Oh yeah, they hiding.
Rifles removed from suspect.
You said rifle recovered with the suspect?
Affirm.
6524, your radio is terrible. Did you say rifle is recovered with the suspect?
Yes. 6524, affirm.
Well, I had to bite that dispatcher's head off.
Recovered with the suspect at 11:23 hours. Air remains restricted on County 1.
6502, can I get EMS to this location?
EMS can come in, copy.
Get me a AD. 6524, suspect in custody.
Suspect in custody at 11.
Damien was pronounced deceased at the scene, and a vehicle reportedly operated by him was later found crashed. A black backpack was located inside the car containing fireworks that had materials fixed to it to create shrapnel. Sergeant Meyer stated they had also collected a 5 and 20-pound propane tank, a 2-gallon red gasoline container, 2 glass containers with wicks described as Molotov cocktails, and a jar containing uranium from the vehicle.
The uranium is a head scratcher.
I mean, where did he get uranium at?
I was actually just scratching my
What?
head.
This thing had uranium? What is he doing with uranium?
Look, okay, I'm going to get to it. There it is.
Where did he get it from?
Well,
You
I
can't
don't
get this
know.
stuff from Edmund
There's
Scientific.
There's your dose rate. I don't know
Well,
if
you
those
can
are
get
rad.
Geiger counters anywhere, but
That's. Is he trying to make a dirty Molotov?
He's trying to make a dirty artillery shell fireworks style.
Jesus.
Okay, let's go. We're getting at the end of the show, folks. Let's get to this one. Bruce Wayne, what do you think? And I think that unless somebody has a different opinion, I think it's a no bill, obviously.
Absolutely.
But what do you think about the rest of it?
It's just such a. It's so good to see that they caught him before he went inside. Like it's it's good to have a happy ending to something like that. So, no, great job for those
Well,
police officers.
this is what we talk about with 3D response. 3D response is an entire system to isolate maniac killers like that from innocent children. The school, it was done, but 3D response would guarantee that'd be done in almost any situation. So,
Yeah,
And I watched
Joe,
that video right quick. That looks like a BB gun. 'cause
that's
when he
exactly
hit
what
it,
I was going to say, John. When he did it the first time, it looked like that barrel broke over when he hit the window.
Clearly something's wrong with the kid. That's sad.
his problem's been solved.
He was only 14.
Yep.
Social media and drugs.
In all honesty, if he wanted to get in that school, you don't walk up with a rifle and use the butt end to crack the window. If he really had intentions to harm people, he could have got in there. I wrote that in our text in here. This was a suicide by cop all day long. He had no intentions of getting in that school. And I give cops credit that because it was a long rifle in appearance, the distance they gave them, that was the cops had a great response.
No, I think the cops did have a good response. Nikki says it's a good question. I think he's talking about road hogs. Why not dispatch EMS at first shots fired? You wait for the officers on scene to tell you that it's clear. EMS and fire and other types of responders, they don't go to a hot zone. They're going to go to warm, maybe, but typically cold. Once everybody's secured, they'll bring them in. So they do wait on the officers. Or a lot of times the dispatch, depending on what their plans are for situations like this, will stage them nearby in an area and wait for law enforcement to say it's clear to come in. And there was another part of that, and there was a clear channel. Once the report came in that people were running, there was an active shooter. She cleared the channel. Only people you heard speaking on that channel were responders and people that were on the scene. They just weren't talking very clear with each other. They were pretty calm. I'll give them some credit for that. That's the way I see it, Jason. Do you see it different?
No, I think that was probably the calmest response you could have. And cops going to cover, I like the response a lot.
I thought it was good. And I think it's also a good example of this is where we want to engage school shooters outside, isolated from innocent students. I mean, if we're going to have them, this is where I'd rather engage them. The story's sad, but it's not tragic. All right. Does anybody have anything to add to that? I kind of skipped around on this one. Laurie or Joe, what do you think about this one?
No, Bill. The kid might have only been 14, but he was obviously disturbed. They said they found a vehicle that he had like taken from somewhere. So, yeah, no, Bill. You're right. It's definitely sad, and I don't even know what to say about it. I have a 13-year-old son, so this kind of stuff terrifies me. But the cops did really well, I think, here.
Okay.
I'd like
well,
to add
guys, that's going to be our show for tonight. I want to thank Skipper for wading into the pool with us tonight and taking on these with us. We appreciate you, and we welcome you back to do this again.
Thank you.
If you're silly enough to give it a shot.
I had fun.
Thanks. And I want to thank the panel, the grand jury panel tonight. That's Jason, John, Fidgy, Big Ron, Lawyer Joe, Tactical Engineer, and Bruce Wayne, and James and TC. We've had a couple that are not here at the end, but I want to thank them for their participation as well. Guys, give us about 20 minutes. We'll kick up an after party space on X. Everybody's welcome to it. We'll keep the conversation going. Might even change it into something new and different. Appreciate everyone.
Hello.
No.
And did you ever get any money from Myalansky?
I never got money from any of those fellas.
None of those
fellas. None of these that I've been reading about, and none that I knew. They never gave me anything.
None of the machetes?
No. I don't even speak to it. I mean, I met that Charlie
refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent to
You
criminate.
got any business?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of intent to criminate.
You have any profession?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent
You have
to
any
criminate.
occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made intent
Are
to
you a
criminate.
known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of made